and welcome. Thank you very much for joining us here on Times Now. Viewers, you're watching our continuous coverage of the war in the Middle East. I'm Hina Gambhir. With me is my colleague Pratibha. And over the next 60 minutes, we'll take you through what exactly has happened over the last few hours and what is it that the Indian government is now doing. Because remember, Pratibha, there are over 90 lakh Indian citizens who are in the Middle East who are also quite worried with the developments that are taking place.
Absolutely, and there have been very fast-paced developments. Several civilians also in the crosshairs, like you mentioned, Hina. In fact, let's begin with the top developments. Let's get our viewers the top developments this hour. Iran has now claimed that the Strait of Hormuz is shut. Now, this is a very significant development because this is a very important chokehold for the entire world. So this means repercussions will be borne by the entire world, India in particular. We'll break down those details for you as well. But Iran now claims the Strait of Hormuz is shut and any vessels that move from there are valid targets and they will be targeted. But there is a China factor here as well, because while it will impact particularly the countries in this region, including India and China, China has told Iran, avoid attacking the oil shipments in the region. But Iran, at the same time, is also now continuing with the counter strikes. It has fired drones at the US Embassy as well. Dramatic escalation with the US Embassy in Riyadh being the direct target of the drones from Iran. After which US has said that it will be striking back. When asked about it, Trump in fact went on to say that you'll see how we'll respond. So US has now shut consular services completely in Saudi as well as in Kuwait as well. So in the ally regions, it has shut the consular services. Only the emergency services are working as of now. And with the attack on US mission coming in, Hina, Trump has made it very clear that there will be heavy retaliation.
Absolutely. Trump, in fact, has also teased long drawn out war. Many people are also questioning, Pratibha, as to whether there was a strategy in place for Trump when he started this operation, Epic Fury. What is the plan really? But first time, in fact, we have got an update last night when Trump said it could go on for over 4 weeks. Then Iran's cluster-type strike has hit Israeli cities. There are continuous airstrikes that we are witnessing from Iran's side as well towards parts of Israel on Israeli cities. Sirens were seen blaring in. In fact, Tel Aviv, shelter alert has been issued as well. US military base near Erbil airport has also been hit. And Iraqi rebel group has also struck the US Erbil base. This is the update. These are the top 10 developments, viewers, that we've got for you at this point in time. But let's also tell our viewers, Pratibha, about the big news that we are getting right now. Massive escalation in the Middle East. Israel-Lebanon tensions are exploding. Israel's ground operations have also begun in Lebanon. Israeli Defense Minister's bombshell. In fact, this is a big statement that has come from Israeli Defense Minister. IDF soldiers operating in South Lebanon. So, Pratibha, boots already on the ground from Israel in Lebanon.
Absolutely. So this is a big escalation. All this while we saw the airstrikes coming in from the US and Israel. But now this is a clear indication that on ground as well there will be operations. And the confirmation has come in from Israel that on ground there are the IDF troops that have already moved in. So you're seeing an escalation much on expected lines. The Israeli troops are now advancing in South Lebanon. This has been confirmed by the IDF. That has said that the Israeli Prime Minister has given his nod for the Israeli troops to move in on ground.
Right. Let's also, in fact, welcome our guests who are joining us on the broadcast, Pratibha. We have Adam Scott Bellows, CEO, Israel Innovation Fund. We also have with us retired Colonel Dr. Rafal George Bushnik Chen, Senior Researcher at the Bar Ilan University. Good afternoon to both of you, gentlemen. Appreciate you speaking with us here on Times Now. Dr. Rafal George, to you first. What do you make of this offensive from Israel that we are currently witnessing in Lebanon, and how also this has an approval of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. The Israeli Defense Minister has made it clear that IDF soldiers are now operating in South Lebanon. Could you just help us understand the importance of this in this war?
Israel has warned Hezbollah not to interfere in the war, although it was known that Iran was putting pressure on Hezbollah to join. However, the decision taken by Hezbollah is a total miscalculation, because I really refer to it as a kind of suicidal step in which Israel will retaliate in a very, very massive way. What we are experiencing today is a limited ground forces penetration into the depth of 1 or 2 kilometers along the border in order to extend the security zone to protect the Israeli frontal villages, so that any attempt of Hezbollah to infiltrate into Israel will be succumbed on the spot. I'm not sure that there will be a deeper penetration at this moment, because things should be very well watched in a way that won't also put some pressure on the Lebanese government to get involved in it. The idea is that the Lebanese government should employ the Lebanese army to avoid Hezbollah further attacks on Israel, not just on the ground, but also regarding the rocket launches, as we experienced last night and this morning.
Okay. In fact, a confirmation has come in from the Israeli Defense Forces, Hina, that there are boots on ground that Hezbollah target, whether they mentioned that or not, but they have made it clear that in South Lebanon, there are the Israeli Defense Forces who are on ground.
Right, absolutely. Let's take our viewers through the official confirmation that has come in this regard. This is a post, in fact, that has been put out by Israeli Defense Forces, and they say IDF soldiers are operating in southern Lebanon and are positioned at several points near the border area as part of an enhanced forward defense posture. Pratibha, they say we are conducting targeted strikes against Hezbollah terrorist infrastructure. Hezbollah chose to attack Israel on behalf of the Iranian regime, and it will bear the consequences of its actions. So the intention there is absolutely clear. And a couple of minutes ago also from Israeli War Room, we got another update wherein the IDF confirmed elimination in Beirut of Reza Khazei, the Quds Force official responsible actually for Hezbollah's force build-up and head of the Lebanon core staff. So very, very crucial updates there coming in at this point in time, Pratibha.
Yes, so Hezbollah also, Hina, had launched multiple missiles and drones towards Israel in retaliation for Khamenei's killing. Now, Israel is breathing fire on Hezbollah. So the mastermind has been killed, the update that you are bringing for us as well. A key Iranian Hezbollah link also being eliminated. So the IDF has now made it clear that the top brass of Hezbollah has been eliminated. Hezbollah, remember, has functioned as Iran's primary proxy since 1982. Tehran also providing it with a lot of weapons, after which IDF now moved on the ground, and a big update coming in of the Hezbollah arms mastermind being killed. So this is a huge achievement for the Israeli forces. The Hezbollah top commander has now been killed.
Absolutely. We're talking about Reza Khazei. Now, Khazei, viewers, was a key architect of Hezbollah's rearmament, serving as the crucial link between Iran and the terror group, overseeing weapon transfers, rebuilding efforts and expanding Iranian-backed military capabilities inside Lebanon. We all know, Pratibha, how Iran was simultaneously funding and giving a lot of support to this axis of resistance, of which Hezbollah is a crucial part and a very important leader there. Getting eliminated in the strikes is a big development that has taken place at this point in time. And according to Israel War Room, he also played central role in restoring Hezbollah's arsenal after previous fighting. He facilitated weapon smuggling routes from Iran and also, smuggling of advanced local weapons production on Lebanese soil. Let's also take our viewers through some more important updates that we are getting at this point in time. And these visuals we would like to, in fact, show to our viewers, Pratibha. These visuals are giving us a sense of the Israeli attack, on the soil of Lebanon. Hezbollah positioned along the northern frontier. It seems like it's now game over for Hezbollah. A lot of their leaders were targeted last year as well. Thousands of rockets capable of striking Israel. This is what Hezbollah is claiming. Southern Lebanon provides terrain advantages to Hezbollah over Israel. And Hezbollah, in fact, viewers, is seen as Tehran's most powerful ally. So this is the latest update. Attacks via proxies will invite direct retaliation. Remember, now for Israel, it's a two-front war that we are looking at. One towards, Iran, and the other one towards Lebanon, which is against the proxy of Iran. Attacks via proxies will invite direct retaliation. Let's also take our viewers through some more visuals that we have got. Now, this is a claim by IDF. Al-Qard al-Hassan assets, in fact, have been struck. These are the visuals that we are getting for you. IDF is claiming that financial arm of Hezbollah has been targeted. And through this map, one is also getting a sense of, where exactly assets of Hezbollah are stationed right now that are being targeted. In fact, Al-Qard al-Hassan assets have been struck. This is what IDF is claiming, the Israeli Defense Forces. It's a front for terror financing. And there you can see how, the weaponry, etc. was stored. And this video, I believe, has been put out by IDF. And this is very significant, Pratibha. Let's also take this, point across to our guests to understand this particular aspect better. Dr. George, if I can ask you about the significance, in fact, of the killing of this particular leader from Hezbollah, Reza Khazai.
Oh yeah, surely the representatives of the Iranian regime in Lebanon are effectively running the activity of Hezbollah. This is something that is going back maybe 30 years already. So whenever you target these representatives, you affect the Hezbollah freedom of activity and also curtailing the command and control chains. Apparently what's going on now is that Hezbollah is trying hardly to remain in the scene. However, it's been maybe 6 or 7 months that Israel has targeted Hezbollah stockpiles and arsenal in the Bekaa Valley, where the long-range rockets were kept, so that Hezbollah is weaker. Hezbollah is now trying to prove that he is not, eliminated yet. But the real importance of Hezbollah to appear as a threat to Israel has been very much reduced.
Yes,
so
and Dr. Rafal, like you pointed out, my apologies, but like you pointed out, Israel has very systematically dismantled Hezbollah. In fact, we have more details coming in. So let's get in these breaking updates for our viewers as well. The latest update that has come in is that Israel has now continued its strikes. In fact, the Israeli warplanes have hit South Lebanon's town. So the south has been hit, and there are dramatic visuals that are coming in as well. Since 2024, we have seen multiple attacks that have come in from Israel, but this could be the death knell for Hezbollah, Hina. Very dramatic visuals coming in, smoke billowing from their South Lebanon, and you can see how multiple areas have been hit.
Absolutely, and these are important visuals. Let's explain to our viewers what exactly has happened. As Pratibha was telling us, that these are Israeli warplanes that have in fact hit southern part of Lebanon. Now this is very important. You can see the buildings out there and smoke billowing out of these particular buildings after warplanes from Israel hit southern part of Lebanon. Now this is very, very important, and Lebanon's Kafr Ruman has been targeted. Israeli strikes can be seen in southern part of Lebanon, and clearly it's intensifying. And these are the visuals that you are seeing right now. These visuals are actually from 2nd of March. These visuals are from southern part of Lebanon, wherein we can see the impact of the warplanes from Israel, in this particular area. The focus is very clear because, Pratibha, earlier we got a statement from Israeli Prime Minister as well on why Lebanon is being targeted. They said the idea is to only eliminate the terrorist group Hezbollah that has been acting as a proxy of Iran against Israel for a very long time. Pratibha.
Yes, so what the Israeli claim is that this is very clearly the Hezbollah infrastructure that is being targeted. In the last year alone, there are over 1,600 strikes that have been launched on Hezbollah in South Lebanon. So they've dismantled the Hezbollah infrastructure completely. Though there are multiple questions that have been raised even by the UN on the collateral damage that has been caused. But Israel has maintained that this is our attack in self-defense, that Hezbollah would target Israel, and that's the reason why they've launched these attacks. We have more breaking updates now coming in as IDF begins the Lebanon ground operations and boots on ground. They've been ruled out in Iran. So the questions have remained. What happens next in Iran? Will there be boots on the ground? The US has very clearly denied it previously. And now information coming in that Israel has also ruled out boots on ground in Iran. The conflict may last for weeks, but there will be no boots on ground. So the US has also confirmed that this can go on for weeks together. Trump initially going on to say that it can go on for about 4 weeks. But then he also warned Iran that we have unlimited ammunition, so it could go on with no end in sight, Hina.
Well, absolutely. But this is very significant. The news updates that we are getting right now for our viewers, as IDF has started the ground operations in Lebanon, boots on ground being ruled out in Iran. What does it really mean? Let's also quickly get in a word from Dr. George as well on this big development. Dr. George, any thoughts on the latest update? Of course, on one side, on one front, we are seeing Israelis getting more aggressive. I'm talking about Lebanon here. But on the other hand, what we have learned is that boots on ground ruled out in Iran for now.
Well, you should remember that there is a big difference between I would say, the Iranian front and the Lebanese front, because Israel is, of course, a neighboring country of Lebanon. So the option of ground operation is very easy to be conducted. So the idea of penetrating the Lebanese sovereign territory is not an issue for the Israeli ground forces, and that's what the IDF is doing right now. I've mentioned that the current penetration is quite limited. However, there is an option to extend it. It depends on the activity of the Lebanese government, Lebanese army, which already declared is dissatisfaction of the Hezbollah activities. So apparently, the Lebanon state can join Israel in trying to deter or to defeat Hezbollah in the south of Lebanon. What is the main concern right now is the long-range missiles that possibly are in the hands of Hezbollah.
Right. Dr. George, I'm just interrupting you there. We'll, of course, be taking this forward as well. But for now, I'm just interrupting you. We'll be focusing on this aspect that Dr. George has mentioned, Pratibha.
Absolutely, because the challenges in Iran are completely different. Unlike the Venezuelan situation, as Washington called it, there are another set of challenges because of the terrain, because of the geography in Iran as well. A lot more to speak about. We'll slip into a very quick break here. We'll be right back.